Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT October 24th review. I'm not doing UK NXT reviews. I just keep up with the events. So I'm not going to go over those events very much. I'm not too familiar with the characters. I may eventually along the line go ahead and do that. But for right now, until I get familiar with the characters, storyline telling, and so forth, I'm not going to really get into too much NXT UK. But I will be catching NXT UK Episode 2 tomorrow as something due on my time off from work after I get done with work tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyway, getting into a few things before I do the NXT review. I didn't really go into any kind of detail about my feelings about Roman Reigns and his having to vacate the Universal Championship because of the leukemia incident. Whatever my opinion is of Roman Reigns, the character, I feel extremely bad for the man. For him to have to go through leukemia at 22, at least now, he's dealing with it where he has money and he's made a very nice income working for the WWE and so forth, and also catching this as early as possible, probably be more than likely because they kept checking and keeping an eye on the fact that God forbid it was to come back. So thankfully, I do pray for him, his family, and so forth. And I hope him a speedy recovery from this cancer. I had a friend of mine when I was a kid. I was 11. My best friend at the time was 9. And he passed away of leukemia at 9 years old. So if there is one bit of cancer that I hate the most, it's definitely leukemia, but I dislike all forms of cancer. But for the fact that it hits me home most of all, because I had a friend at when he was 9 years old passing away from a disease like that, it really pisses me off. And for Roman Reigns to have to deal with that, I am extremely sorry to him and his family, most importantly. Thankfully, there's mention that he has a 60 to 70% survival rate to this disease, and I know for a fact he'll be able to overcome this issue. Thankfully, because he caught it in very beginning of it forming back again. So I only wish him the best. I hope that this maybe brings him a new light to WWE as a person. Me personally, I have a different opinion about Roman Reigns. Do I hope they cast him correctly when he comes back from this issue? Absolutely. I hope he's casted the right way. I hope he's liked by everybody, and I hope he gets a fair shake this time around because of what he had to go through in his own personal life. And I think that is the guy that everyone can appreciate. The guy that's the underdog right now dealing with a disease like that as a character on screen. Roman Reigns has always been portrayed as this unrelenting, unbeatable guy. Truth of the matter is, for him to come back and be really liked by people is going ahead and being a guy that's an underdog. A guy that doesn't beat everybody. A guy that puts over other people. Makes other people look good. And so forth. But that ain't even the point. Point being is the man has to survive what he's going to have to deal with right now. And by the prayer of God and by his hard work in overcoming this, he will. And I hope he does. Because as a character, that's not even the point. For him to have to deal with that at one point in his life and overcome it, and now he has to deal with it again, makes him a hell of a man. And he didn't cry, he didn't bitch and moan about how life sucks. He just went ahead and he told everybody, I'm not the guy I portray. He came out and he spilled his heart out and actually was himself, not Roman Reigns, not some fictional character. That is what would get us to be behind Roman Reigns, a real life person. Roman Reigns never was real life. Joe, the guy that's his real name, being that guy would get people behind him. And I am 100% behind him, most importantly, against this fight with leukemia. And I hope the best for him. But anyway, I've spent about 5 minutes rambling on about this, but it's just something I felt that I would like to get off my chest and state in this video before I do the review. Now with that off my chest, I'm going to get into this review with you guys. This show was actually very good. Not wrestling-wise. I mean, wrestling-wise, it was one good match to start off the show with EC3 and Adam Cole, which was outstanding. Thankfully, they did the right thing. EC3 picked up the victory. Yes, he did get attacked, but he got attacked by 4 guys at the same time. So, I mean, with that being said, it's not really discrediting EC3 in any way, shape, or form. He finally got a big win, and they need to keep that momentum going for him. Adam Cole suffering a loss isn't going to hold him back much. Later on during the show, though, he and Doug Fish are going to be tag team against War Raiders next week in tag team action, which should be pretty interesting seeing Doug Fish and work, in the ring, performing with Adam Cole. So that should be an interesting type of matchup to see. Other things that happened on this show, Adam Cole did come out in the beginning of the show asking for a rematch one-on-one with Ricochet for the, the North American Championship, which in my mind, I believe he deserves. He didn't get beat for the damn belt. If he could get beat again in a one-on-one rematch, like he did at the NXT TakeOver at Brooklyn, then really there's nothing more to be said. There's nothing else more that Adam Cole can do at that point. But until he's actually beaten one-on-one, or if he would have been pinned in that triple threat match, yeah, you could debate that he really didn't deserve a rematch. But right now he does because he wasn't defeated. So until he gets that second loss under his belt for a rematch one-on-one against Ricochet, I still say he's the legit guy to challenge for the North American Championship. So EC3 came out, as I mentioned. They had an impromptu one-on-one matchup. Very good match, very enjoyable. We then also got Mia Yim versus this Ali, whatever her name is. She's performed on NXT several times. And this match was pretty good. A decent matchup for Mia Yim. Not a bad performance and debut into the NXT roster as a performer from the Mae Young Classic. She didn't do too bad. I think if she was placed in a ring with a better competitor against her, I think her match would have went over very well in comparison to what happened in this match. But overall, what she was given, because I don't feel Ali is really that great of a wrestler anyway. I think she's really just a fucking Bella-type rip-off bullshit. So, that's just my opinion, though. Other things on this show. We saw Cassius Ohno beat the shit out of this guy, Justin Xavier, as an not impromptu, but as a one-on-one matchup, where he's jobbing out to Cassius Ohno, getting his ass kicked. And Nikki Bella was all over, not Nikki Bella, what am I talking about? Nikki Cross was all over the place on this show tonight, saying, I know what you did, I know who he is, he's coming, blah, 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 blah. And my God, it was fucking insane. We didn't really get an announcement. We also got a promo, by the way, for the Evolution main event for NXT's Women's Championship belt between Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. I mean, if you've seen some of these promos before, you've seen them all. But they're good promos overall. I mean, watching them, it's pretty entertaining to see. So it's nothing wrong to watch them. But if you've seen it once, you've seen it a bunch of times. But the last thing on this show, and then I'm pretty much going to put an end to my whole spiel here, is we had Kairi Sane. Not Kairi Sane. What the fuck am I talking? My head's up my ass today. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I'm a bit rusty, guys. I haven't been doing this for like a fucking week, so give me a break, huh? So, basically, we got William Regal come in the ring. He's going to go ahead and make a big announcement. Who's facing Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT World Championship. We get Velveteen Dream come out. We also had Tommaso Ciampa come out first. And the announcement never was made. Lars Sullivan even came out. All making dibs on Tommaso Ciampa's championship. And at the end of it, we had Aleister Black fucking haul off and beat the shit out of all these security guards that were put in front of the building in the beginning of the show so that he doesn't go ahead and fucking tear the place apart. Aleister Black was fucking hauling off, doing back kicks to these motherfuckers and whacking the hell out. It was brutal. You could literally hear the connection between his foot and their fucking faces. He was kicking their ass. He was fucking brutal. And lo and behold, he comes out and he's fucking furious. And I'm just like, damn. He fucking selling this shit to a T. And he grabs William Regal and he says, where is he? Where is he? And Johnny Gargano, he pops out of nowhere and kicks fucking Aleister Black in the face. In the fucking face. Clean on his ass, down and out. Picture perfect Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin Music type shit. And knocked him on his ass. Unfucking believable. He grabs the microphone, he says, here I am. And throws the microphone back down on him. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't really care. Why? Johnny Gargano is the guy they picked. I picked Cassius Ohno clearly, but initially when they started this whole thing, I actually really was predicting Johnny Gargano. And the reason why I say that is because he was the first guy to come into the building after Aleister Black was attacked while William Regal was going out. So, that being said, kind of raised a red flag in my head that it was probably Johnny Gargano, but they threw you a curveball. Throughout this entire thing, they kept going to other people and making it look as if it could have been them. Lars Sullivan, they could have done Velveteen Dream, he was nearby. They could have fucking done even, they could have done Tommaso Ciampa. He's a prime person to be one of the guys to do it because he didn't want to lose his title in a triple threat. He wanted one-on-one, and why not have an opportunity to kick Johnny Gargano's ass again? So, yeah, I mean, they had all kinds of scenarios, and Cassius Ohno was another one because he was attacking people like crazy, and he's acting like a heel, and he's not liking his position in the NXT roster. So Cassius Ohno, by the end of this, was looking like he was the prime suspect of the whole fucking thing. But at the end of the day, it was all where it started from. Johnny Gargano walking into the building as William Regal's walking out of the building to find out what happened to Aleister Black. Unfucking real. Unbelievable. Very good curveballs and throwing you and distracting you from the reality that was simply Johnny Gargano. And why it's Johnny Gargano, that's the whole big question, which leaves you wondering and wanting to know what the fuck was the reason. What you accidentally screwed him out of the title, and then you fucking injure him. Well, supposedly it's injured him. That's storyline injury, but in reality, he had an injury from something completely different. But in reality, what they were trying to do is tie reality with fiction and say that Johnny Gargano really injured him when he just got an injury from a wrestling match. But my God, man, holy shit, what a fucking good job by NXT Creative to just throw you swerves and curveballs, throwing your attention away from the real simple truth of who it really was. It was fucking Johnny Gargano. So, great job by them. Good job by fucking Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano. Man, that fucking kick to the face, Shawn Michaels type shit. Anyway, guys, I love this show. I thought it was pretty damn decent storyline-wise, match-wise. It was okay, take it or leave it. But beginning and the end of the show was fucking awesome. The rest of it was okay. So leave your comments and opinions down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the show, what you guys thought of my review as well. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great night. Bye.